Hey, so I'm going to show you how to plant a little bit of lettuce today. Jason Smith here with Smith Family Farm. And we're going to plant a little bit of romaine lettuce. I got some romaine lettuce and some baby romaine. And just want to talk to you a little bit about how to plant it. It's fairly simple to do. What we do is we literally just take vermiculite, perlite, and Canadian peat, and we just mix 1 part vermiculite, 1 part perlite, 1 part Canadian peat, and we mix all that together, and then that's how we make our seed starting mix. And we don't put any fertilizer or anything like that in it, and we've been doing it this way for years, and so it works just fine. And it, you can get it at a Home Depot or wherever, or if you got a horticultural supply store, you can get it there. But when I say 1 part, I mean like we can just take this bowl here and fill it with vermiculite, and then dump it in a bucket, and then fill it with perlite, dump it in a bucket, and then we can take the Canadian peat, fill it up in here, and then dump it in a bucket and mix all that together. And that's what I mean by 1 part. It could be something as small as this bowl, or it can be something as big as a front end loader on a tractor. So whatever. But anyhow, once we mix all that together, we just lay it down here in my little flat, and just water it down real good and get it moist, get it real good and moist before you start to plant your seed, obviously. And once you let the water run through it and let it get moist for I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes, might want to water it again just to make sure it's good and moist. But once you get all that done, you're kind of ready to start your seed. So here in Middle Tennessee, it's February 15th right now, so we're in the middle of February, and I'll go ahead and start lettuce and like broccoli and cabbage and like cool season crops, so they'll be ready for, I'll put them out in the ground early April, whenever I get a chance in April, whenever the weather allows me to. So, but today we're just going to do lettuce. Fairly easy to grow. It takes about 6 weeks before you can put it in the ground. It has to have a temperature. Once you plant it, once you put it in these little flats, you need to put it in there. It needs to stay about 65 degrees for it to germinate. 65, 70 degrees at a constant temperature for it to germinate. Right now it's extremely warm in this greenhouse. Plus I've got my wood stove that I cranked up this morning, and it's putting off a lot of heat, so it's kind of warm in here. But anyhow, once you have the right environment for it, 65 degrees or whatever, you can go ahead and start to plant your seed. And literally, all you do is just take your seed. I got a little bit of romaine lettuce here from I got this seed from Territorial Seed Company. They're a seed company over in Seattle, Washington. They have a very good variety of seed, obviously. So we've been using them for years. And then literally just poke a hole in the plug, and then just put the seed in there. You don't want to put it in there very far, maybe no more than 1/4 of an inch down into the soil. So just enough to push your fingertip down in there and put it down in there, and then just cover it up, and then just do that with each one until I put 1 seed in every little plug, and that's all I need. Not all these are going to germinate, but I would say probably 90% of them will. And once they germinate, it may take I don't know, it may take a week or maybe a week and a half for them to germinate, but you'll start to see the seedling emerge through the soil. And in the meantime, what you need to do is just keep the soil nice and damp. You don't want to keep it waterlogged, because that could, it just presents a whole other set of problems with it, like fungi and different issues. But just keep it nice and damp for the seedling to so it doesn't dry out. And then once the seedling starts to emerge, then you can start to water it, more frequently, and make sure that the bottom of the roots can get obviously some water so they can grow. But fairly easy to do. I literally just take my finger here and just put a seed on the end of my finger and push it down in there, and then just cover it up. And like I said, I watered this beforehand, just so I could get a little bit of just so there was a little bit of moisture already in here, and just put that down in there like that. Easy to do. And I got about probably, I don't know, I'll probably do about 300 of these today. So this is mostly for, some of this will be for us to eat, obviously, and then mostly for our Community Supported Agriculture CSA program that we do here at Smith Family Farm. We've been doing it for several years now and seem to have good luck with it. We've got a couple of repeat customers, so I think we're doing things right. So anyway, this is just one of the things we're going to start. I'll try to post a couple more videos of us starting, tomatoes and peppers and all the other stuff that we do. We also have a variety of flowers and some trees that we grow here. So but lettuce is fairly easy to grow. Like I said, we like to grow romaine lettuce, green leaf lettuce. Not real big on iceberg lettuce. It's easy to grow, but it just doesn't have all that great of a nutritional value to it. But we like like I said, we like the romaine lettuce. We like a little bit of the spring mix. We grow that too, and we grow the green leaf lettuce. So those are fairly easy to grow. Once those are ready, once they're ready to go into the ground, probably, let's say, beginning maybe middle of April, those will be ready to go in the ground. I put those in the ground, we'll just plant them in the ground, and then around the lettuce plant, we'll just, put down maybe some little bit of compost, rabbit manure, or whatever compost we have at that time, and then we'll top that off with a little bit of straw. And just let it grow. You want to keep the weeds down. Weeds can be a big problem for lettuce because lettuce does not like to be in competition with anything else. So especially weeds. Weeds will just take over on lettuce. But make sure you put down plenty of mulch or straw or whatever you got. Some people plant on plastic. That's fine too. We're not big fans of plastic just because it's kind of hard to. At the end of the season, it's kind of hard to get up, and plus you got a big bunch of plastic running around in your field, and it's not very easy to clean up. So, anyhow, that's kind of lettuce in a nutshell. If you have any questions, by all means, post comments and or give me a call, ask me questions. I'm happy to help you out along the way. But that's lettuce in a nutshell. It's fairly easy to grow and very rewarding to grow. And if you've never had lettuce that you've grown before, then hopefully you can grow some this year. It's good stuff, especially when you grow it. It means a lot more and it tastes a lot better. So anyway, happy growing.